Yesterday, we received notice, I believe all senators received notice of the hearings that are scheduled this week. And one of them is a Motu Proprio hearing of the Committee on Health headed by Senator Bongo. I've mentioned, we have discussed this, so this is just to enlighten our colleagues. It is a Motu Proprio hearing on the transfer of funds of PhilHealth to Treasury. Mr. President, you will recall just before we adjourned, a similar issue had been brought, this representation brought a similar issue to the attention of the body when there was also a Motu Proprio hearing called by the Committee on Health on an issue regarding Belkens. As discussed, and then Senate President Mig Subiri was involved in the discussion, so was former Majority Floor Leader Joel Villanueva. And I will repeat this discussion. Senate Rule number 10, Section 13.2 on the jurisdiction and powers of the Committee on Accountability of Public Officers and Investigations, that is the Blue Ribbon Committee, is the only committee that is allowed to have Motu Proprio hearings. To be specific, it says on its own initiative or brought to its attention by any member of the Senate. Then it was further discussed that there's Senate Resolution number 5, Section 2, Rules of Procedure Governing Inquiries in Aid of Legislation. I believe this is a 2010 rules. It was approved in 2010, states that any of its committee inquiries may be initiated by the Senate or any of its committee if the matter is within its competence, or upon petition filed or upon information given by any senator. So during the discussion before we adjourned, it appeared to be the decision that committees can have Motu Proprio hearings. So I would like the body to be informed that this is what we will be, this is what will transpire. There may be a couple of senators who are likewise concerned about the transfer of funds. I know for certain Senator J.V. Ejercito, former Majority Floor Leader Joel Villanueva are also concerned. I am also concerned. I have a draft resolution I'm filing today. I think Senator J.V. already filed a draft resolution himself. So then our procedure normally is the Committee on Rules will now determine who will hear this. And then there is also a second referral for committees who, well, it's a self-explanatory second referral. So if we will now be having Motu Proprio hearings, these are the following, this is what we can expect. There will be a disruption of our system and order because there will already be a Motu Proprio hearing without the Committee on Rules being able to decide what to do with the other resolutions. There will also be conflict with the resource persons. We may be calling them more than once, and these are very busy personnel. They are running the agencies. And then third, we may have varying recommendations. And fourth, I will stand up here all the time and ask what are we going to do so we can have an orderly conduct of business. Therefore, Mr. President, I submit this to the Committee on Rules. May we, this may be something the chairman may want to discuss with his members, but I don't think we can go on this way, Mr. President, with all due respect to our colleagues who are eagerly taking on the responsibilities of hearing these very important issues.